Hello, this is Mama Jess. I just came from the mall. And I just, you know what, this is I'm trying to make this up. I don't know exactly what I'm doing. I'm wanting you to experience more of a relationship with a human being that cares about you and prays for you and is thinking about ways to build you up, rather than just someone giving you more information. Of course, I want to extend the wisdom I have gathered from wise people and skills. But, when was the last time someone said, how are you? How are you doing? How are you? How are you feeling? Do you feel like your needs are being met? Are you getting your needs met? How can I help you? Do you feel safe? Do you feel secure? Do you feel stable? Do you know that God loves you? That He has a plan for you? That He's capable of protecting you? And, He made you. And you can talk to Him and find a refuge in the midst of the craziness of your family or the culture. So I know when I first started these videos, I was encouraging you to get a journal, because that can be really helpful to process your thoughts and feelings. And so, if I'm asking you a question, how are you? What are you thinking about these days? Or what interests you? Or what concerns you? Take time to write those down. And I know that you can begin this dialogue with God. If you don't have a mom or dad to support you, God is your mom and dad. And He's the best. So as I'm driving home, and I was discouraged by all that, and seeing all this nonsense in the mall, and I just know what you guys are going through. It's just crazy. I was even at the grocery store, going to the kind of the hippie health food stores like I do, and this guy who had like a funny little furry hat on, and he's probably trans, and feeling confused and scared and all that. And I said, what do you think is the greatest need of the young people? And he just said stability. The young people need stability. It's hard to, you feel like you're never going to have a home, and you can't get the jobs that are going to make you the multi-billion-dollar big bucks to buy a home anymore. Just know that God is your home, and He will provide everything you need. He's promised that. And a lot of what we think we need is not what we need, because it's what the culture says we need, but we don't need that. We need God's provision, and He can do it. So, how are you doing? Take some time to write it down, think about it, and answer that question. I'm not wanting to be a passing face online just trying to sell you something, or give like this really rad, intense, inspirational speech. I just inspired to do what? Just to go out and be alone again in a crazy culture and just feel confused and tired and hopeless? Inspired to, I don't know, there's a lot of inspiration out there, but I'm not seeing how it's really helping the young people. Now they're just, everyone's got the trend of wearing pajamas and these little slip-on bear paw or Ugg boots. Like all you young people do is you just look around, how do I be? And you're like, oh, I guess the trend now is to wear pajamas all day. Be as casual and kick back as possible, like I just got out of bed. And just know that people don't take people serious when they are wearing their pajamas. All day, everywhere they go. So I hope that you can, find a sense of belonging here and help, wisdom. And I know you can't come to me ultimately, but you can go to the God that I found that helped me come out of the chaos of the culture. I want you to find Him. And I want to be a place that you don't have to pay big bucks for counseling. I mean, everything I've learned, I've been to counseling for 20 plus years. for every configuration of heartbreak and confusion and just wanting to feel like I had someone to talk to about all the chaos I'm seeing. Because deep at heart, I'm like a philosopher and just like, what's the meaning of life? You know, what's going on with people? Why are we doing this, that, and the other? Why are we destroying ourselves? Why are we destroying our civilization? So you might feel that too. So just know here, you can get a lot of the wisdom that I found from very amazing people. And hopefully you can just settle down and find peace and just take a breath. But you don't gotta like do this whole mindful thing. And, you know, I want you to feel like those things are fine, mindfulness and breathing techniques, but you got to have a relationship with someone that cares about you, or you're going to live in abject loneliness, which is really the cause of all of your anxiety. You absolutely were not made to be alone. But this culture presently is rotting with a very, very bad blight of loneliness. For all of our technological advances, we're getting further and further away from one another. Young people don't know how to interact. The older generations don't know how to provide any kind of stability for the younger generations, because apparently it seems that they're so greedy, just buying bigger houses and more houses and converting them to Airbnbs. And like, why don't you provide smaller, more reasonable homes for young people and provide work that's meaningful? It's all these big box stores and they got to stand there and just check people out buying things. It's like all they get to really do is just participate in a consumer culture, and they don't necessarily want to. So please just write down how you feel about this stuff, what you think and feel, and then again, like, seek a quiet place. Like, try to find silence, and that is where you will be able to hear God and get clear in your mind and feel a sense of serenity and peace. And that's really what I want for you. And then maybe you'll have the time and energy to go find all the incredible crafts and the trades and all the skills that we have been endowed with as human beings that we can do that the animals cannot do. Right? We are intelligently created creatures that are capable of an enormous amount of masterful creativity. So, and that's where we're going to find a lot of pleasure and joy in doing that. So may you steal away or begin to explore all the different amazing skills that you can partake in, various talents. You know, explore your giftings and your talents and see what you love, what really inspires you. And I'm saying, you know, don't listen to all these big motivational, inspirational movies and speakers, but that's not really what I mean. I mean, if you're going to be inspired, go actually start doing something and do it continuously. Don't do these little spurts. If I'm inspired for, you know, a day or a week, and then you go back to the lack of inspiration. You know, that's where I feel like these inspiring things aren't really sustaining you to continue to endure, to persevere and push through. You have to have a bigger value system that makes you committed to life and God and beauty and being excellent. You have to hate certain things so much that will commit you to the things that you love, because love suffers long, and there's a lot of hard endurance when you are going the way of love. Real love. I'm not talking about all this goofy love is love stuff and do whatever you want. I'm talking about the patient, persevering nature of the character of love that will sustain you through the hardest times. If you don't have that, I just don't believe it's possible to make it. So take some time for yourself, and may that time with yourself cultivate in you over time a desire to begin to reach out and impact your community, your family, your community, your society. Because that's what real self-care should do. It should build you up so much that you're ready to operate in your God-given talents to reach out to help other people. It might take a long time. You know, a lot of you might have to rebuild or heal, go through trauma healing. There's a lot of brokenness that has to be dealt with. But then once you're built up, you can head out and start participating and contributing to society and being a part of the solution. you have a good night. We're moving toward Christmas, and there might be a lot of mixed emotions for you, but don't feel any pressure either way. You can go and enjoy family and the lights and all those things, or you might be really downcast and bummed out and feeling lonely, and that's okay too. So whatever you got to do to get through it, and I do hope that you can enjoy it, but sometimes I do know there's hard times, and mostly I just want you to feel peaceful. Okay, I'll talk with you soon. Thanks for your time. Bye-bye.